And that rollicking music can mean only one thing. It's time for the Frugal Former Engineer Jeff Show with another great cooking recipe for you. In this video, I, the Frugal Former Engineer Jeff, which spells my name backwards, am going to show you how to make an omelet. And what we have right here is everything that's needed to do that. We have three eggs to beat right here. We've got some cheese, we've got some meat and peppers and butter to fry that in, just to warm it up. A frying pan to just warm the filling. An electric fry pan. This one I bought 30 years ago for $1 at a garage sale. We've got a spatula and an egg beater. So the first thing we're going to do is prepare to warm up these fillings. So we're just going to put the butter in the pan and go get this warming on the stove, and then we're going to add these things. And nothing exotic there, all we're doing is warming it up. And then we are going to plug in this electric fry pan. It's set for the setting that it says here for eggs, and that's all we need to know about that. And then we're going to beat up these eggs. This is kind of a neat little gadget. It's kind of a springy thing. And then we are going to get the butter melting here in the pan. And it doesn't take long to do that. You can see it's already sliding around. Beat that up there. Okay, now it's a minute or two later. The butter is melted in the pan. We want to get the whole surface coated. And then we're just going to pour this in. And we'll hear it start sizzling a little bit. We want to get all of it that we can get out of here. Should have had a little scraper to get a little bit more. And then just kind of tilt this pan around until it covers the bottom. And there we have that. Then we're just going to put the cover on there for a couple of minutes. Okay, now it's been a couple more minutes and our eggs have set. They're no longer runny on there. So now what we're going to do is just put our cheese in here. Just kind of try to distribute it around over the entire surface. There we go. And then we're going to put the lid back on just so that melts a little bit. Now I should mention this is just a very simple mixture of eggs, butter, and cheese. There's no milk, no water, nothing. And I've experimented with all those things and decided I prefer it this way. Okay, now it has been another minute or so and the cheese is all melted. And so what we're going to do now is just put our filling in here, and I like to put it not quite right in the middle, just maybe, because we're going to flip this and we're going to roll this up. So I want to get it kind of on this first half over here, like that, and then make sure I get every bit of that. And then, if you had enough butter in the pan, you can see this all just folds right up nice like that. Well, I'm not doing a real good job, but you could use even a little bit bigger spatula, and that might be a good idea here in a case like this. And use the middle one also, just like that. It's stuck in one spot. That's not ideal, but that's what happened. Now to plate this up, what I typically like to do is just get the pan right here and just kind of slide it right out like that. Right onto the plate. You might as well drip the last of that melted butter over the top. And there it is. And if we look at this now, we see some browning on here. Some people would say you absolutely shouldn't do that. You don't want your eggs brown. I like my eggs brown, and I don't like them real fluffy. This is the consistency that I really like to have. You'll notice I didn't do a lot of seasoning. If you like a little pepper or something, maybe you can do that. It's not really necessary, and I didn't add any salt because I figured there was salt in the meat that I used in here, and don't need to add any more. So now is the final test, and we're just going to cut this right down the middle here so we can see what this looks like. We open this up. We can see that we've got the meat surrounded by the eggs, and everything's in there really nice. And let's just take a forkful of that. You can see egg, meat, green pepper, and we'll see what that's like. That is very good. And you can make this very inexpensively. What did we have? 3 eggs, about 1/4 of a can of luncheon meat, a handful of green pepper, handful of shredded cheese, and about a 1/4 stick of butter total involved in making all of this, and a dash of pepper. And that's really it. Hope you try it and enjoy it. And that's all for this time on the Frugal Former Engineer Jeff Show.